Yes, please. Did somebody order another Manchester United win? Yes, they did. Man United 3-1 winners against West Ham. That is a spot-on prediction. No, I didn't predict how the game would play, but I suppose when you rest Casemiro, when you rest Rashford, when you rest Martinez, you can expect a drop-off. There was a drop-off. We'll speak about that. We'll speak about Erik ten Hag's game-changing substitutions again. But let's take a moment here to just talk about this lad. Viva Garnacho indeed. That's the best recycling of a chant I've ever heard. What an 18-year-old player we have here. The last-minute winner away at Fulham this season. I think that's his 4th goal maybe this season. I don't know whether I'm wrong on that. 18-year-old breaking through. He was mustard all night. West Ham were kicking him left, right and centre. I think he could have had 3 bookings against him. It didn't matter. He kept going. He kept going. He kept going. And in the 90, what was it? 3rd minute? I don't know what minute it was. Who cares? Fergie time. Alejandro time. Ten Hag time. Winner time. The 18-year-old guy, mate, make sure he signs that. Just keep him in the dressing room after the game. Don't kidnap him. Make him sign that piece of paper. Get that long-term contract signed. Because we have a star here, man. He was the threat all night long. West Ham in that first half. Look, let's be honest. We knew the drop-off was coming in that game. But at a time when we needed someone to step up, at a time when we are playing Barcelona and then the cup final 3 days later, and we're playing at Anfield on Sunday, and Ten Hag has to depend on his squad. There are many players inside that squad that, in my opinion, took a step closer towards that exit door than they did the first team, but not a certain teenage Alejandro Garnacho, who is showing Ten Hag just how much star quality he has. Stars in football, right? In pressure moments, instead of shying away from the ball. No, stop that. Give me the ball. Garnacho, what a beautiful curved finish right into the corner. Mwah. West Ham, you've seen United. Now, off your trot. Oh, man. To see Garnacho doing that tonight, as I said, after West Ham had kicked him about for the full 90 minutes, man. Disgusting, really. They couldn't really stop him. And I'm just so happy for him. But I have to go back here and speak about this man himself and what he's doing to the mentality of this squad, ladies and gentlemen. Look, he went there tonight. This is why Ten Hag starts his strongest players. His concept as a manager is to start your strongest team, bring them off after the 65th, 70th minute, breeze through the final 20. Nice canter. Instead, Manchester United went 1-0 down. The ball went out of play, in my opinion. Well, it was one of those ones like, was it Japan at the World Cup? It's like exactly the same as that. We stopped playing. They scored 1-0 down. What does Ten Hag have to do? Casemiro's on at halftime. We know full well who's coming on next. Martinez comes on. Rashford comes on. The big guns come on, and the big guns change it. It's bad how big our drop-off is between the first 11 and the second 11. And that's a conversation for after this match reaction. But it's just more examples of it. But Ten Hag there, man, is he good at his in-game management. I suppose it's a slightly easier bit of in-game management for Ten Hag there because you've taken your best players off. You're hoping your second string is going to do it. They're not. You're going to bring your best players on. Yes, I know that. But just the mentality of these players, they are really going to the end. We will never die. They will go until the end. And that was the trait of Fergie. It didn't matter what you were doing against United. As long as we were within one goal in it, going into the last 10 minutes of the games at Old Trafford, teams would crap their pants. Teams are starting to crap their pants again. You can smell it. And you can smell what Ten Hag is cooking with this team, man. Whether it's with Garnacho and the star quality that is coming through from what is one of the best breakthrough teenagers you're ever likely to see in a Manchester United shirt, to Fred coming off the bench and scoring another goal. I don't know how many goals or assists Fred has got in his last 10 games, but it feels like he's got a serious number. And I want to take this time right now to pause a minute for Wout Weghorst and say this. Genuinely, I don't care, and it's such a weird thing to say, I don't care that my striker is not scoring. Because Manchester United are scoring. Tonight it was Garnacho, and tonight it was Fred coming up with that goal at the end there. It was an own goal. Big up to the own goal. We didn't need a goal from Rashford. We don't need a goal from Weghorst. Every single game we've played since the start of February, we've scored 2 or more goals in. And I tell you what, his work rate there all night long. He really is Wout Weghorst. He really is Wout Workhorst. He grafts for this team. You saw what it meant to him to be in a final that that was his third final, and he'd lost the first 2. He won it finally, and he loves being here. And you could say he's a competition winner, sure, but Manchester United, in my opinion, as a collective team, we are better without Weghorst in it than without him. Everything. It's just the work rate. It's the ethic. It's the mannerisms. It's the fact that we're scoring goals. And yeah, look, we needed our midfielders there. We needed our better players on. We needed Rashford on. We needed Casemiro on. Go figure that Manchester United are a worse team when our best players are taken out of it. But when you got this manager delivering game-changing substitutions game after game, be it Barcelona, be it, look, you could say that Wan-Bissaka was a bit of a game-changing substitution against Newcastle at the weekend. Everything he seems to do. Playing Weghorst in the number 10 at the Nou Camp? Come on down. Why not? Oh, it worked. Of course it did. He knows exactly what he is doing. Now, tonight, as I said, in my opinion, I think there were certain players that just showed Ten Hag. And again, I think Maguire was one of them, just showed the difference. And that's just what I said. I said the drop-off between our first 11 and that spine, that new spine we've got of Varane, Martinez and Casemiro, that Bermuda Triangle, if you want to call it that. Someone called it that on the live stream. It caught me out. And you compare that to Maguire, Lindelof and McTominay. The drop-off in quality is staggering. The drop-off in tempo is the biggest problem. When you play it out from the back with Maguire, Lindelof and McTominay, it's just like, doop, 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 pass. Doop, 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 sideways, pass. Oh, pass it back. Go on then. Oh, yeah. Doop, doop, doop. That's all it is. There's no tempo. There's no real confidence. It's about fizzing a ball to your partner, to your centre-back partner, to your midfielder in front of you, because you know they've got the first touch and the confidence, because playing with that out from the back sets the tempo of how you play going forward. And there's just such a staggering drop-off between our first 11 and our second 11. And that is what Ten Hag needs backing for in the summer. Because next year, we're not playing Europa League. Next year, we're playing in the Champions League. We won't be playing Real Betis in round of 16. We'll be playing Inter Milan. We'll be playing like Real Madrid. We'll be playing the top-tier teams where you need your best quality players in midweek, as well as at the Premier League at the weekend. We need to get that quality so that drop-off between Casemiro, Martinez and Varane isn't so severe. Because we've seen it on a couple of occasions this season, and it didn't hurt us tonight because this lad stood up. The 18-year-old there took Manchester United on his shoulders and guided us through to the FA Cup quarter-finals. What a moment for him, and what a season he's having. As I said, 18 years old. Get that long-term contract signed, man. With him, with Sancho, with Anthony, with Rashford, with Amad Diallo's going to come back in there. You can throw Facundo Pellistri into the equation. We've got some real quality, strength and depth and variety. Him taking defenders on. Ten Hag said it early this season. He's just got such confidence. He'll happily run at a defender and try and skip past them. Odds are he'll probably do it. But all of this comes back to this man. Game after game after game. What have we done in February? February, we played 8 games. We won 6 and we drew 2. March, the 1st, begins with a 1-0 deficit turning into a 2-1 win with a 90th minute winner. And a third goal was the cherry on top. We now go to Anfield. Push your sleeves up, lads. Because I want to stomp on Liverpool. I want to slap them up. And with this man in charge, and with the mentality switch in these players, with the likes of Garnacho doing that, with the likes of Casemiro in the squad and Martinez, come on, man. This United team just keeps showing different sides to themselves. The main takeaway I've got for tonight here, Ten Hag needs that quality in that second 11. We won't be able to cope with this schedule with the Champions League next year, but let's focus on tonight, focus on the positives. Garnacho, you absolute beauty. Ten Hag, I absolutely love you, man. Fred, enjoyed that. And Weghorst, man, just keep doing what you're doing. And if you can, grab a goal or two. That would actually really help. But big up another win. Come on, the quarterfinals. We're 3 wins away from a domestic cup double now. Remember that.